storyteller is Benjamin Rexroad, and his story is called.
I changed.
Is called something I don't know. So give him a round of applause.
So when Kyle said that you can like hear something and you would be sparked, so mine just, I don't know if it has anything to do with the jaws of defeat, but it was sparked when Kyle said hotel. So that. It was my senior year of high school, and so I was probably too old for this story to have occurred. But my family, we got the opportunity to send me to, I can't say the word, George Bush's second inauguration. I don't know that word, I just have trouble with. So, and I was like, oh man, I don't like this guy, but when am I going to have the opportunity to go to one of these things again? And it was a whole really cool experience. That you went down there, you got to experience like a little Congress where we passed laws, and then we also got to go around and see all over Washington, D.C. We were with people from all over the country. One of the girls in the group, and there were probably 50 or 60 of us, but there was a little group of us who got to be friends. And she was from California and had never seen snow in real life before. So that was really cool. It's snowing and she's just outside in her little skirt and boots. And she's like, oh man, I wanna touch it. So that was really cute. And we got to travel all over. But it was the first time that I had ever spent, that I was out of the state of Ohio with a group of people with no family members around at all, you know? And we had gone to Camp Wyanoa, but you know, that's just like right down the street from where I lived. So it was the first time I was spending a week away. And I was really nervous because as a little gay guy who's going to this conservative pep rally, I was like, oh man, and everyone else who went, like all their families were basically really conservative people as well. So it was like basically me, this one little liberal kid from Ohio, and all of these other conservative people from the South and from California and all over the place. So I get, in the room assignments, there were, I believe, 4 of us to a room, and I was rooming with people I had never met before either, and all, of course, which were guys, which scared the hell out of me, of course. So it's probably, but you know, we made the best of it, and it was probably the 3rd or 4th night we were there, and I had to use the restroom, let's say. And you know, when you travel and stuff and you're around new people and like you're in a hotel room, you don't really want to go number 2 around people, right? Like that's gross. You don't want them smelling that. You don't want, but I had to go. And I searched all over the hotel for a public restroom that wasn't in our room, but I couldn't find one. So I get back to the hotel room, and I am like, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower now. So I turn on the shower water, and I'm, you know, relieving myself, and I flush the toilet. Except there's a clog. And so it doesn't flush. And I was like, oh man, this is a problem. And there's no plunger in a hotel room. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to just flush it again and hope for the best. And that didn't work. But slowly the water is rising, and I'm like, all right, dear God, I gotta get it to work. So I flush a 3rd time, and the water comes right up to the like top of the bowl, you know, filled with everything it's filled with. And I'm like, oh my God, it's going to overflow. So like I like take off the back of the tank, or the top of the tank, and I like fool around not knowing what to do. And whatever I did released all the water. And so now we have this fun concoction overflowing from the toilet and coming all over the floor. And I'm like, oh dear Lord, I don't know what to do. Like, I didn't even want to go poop in here anyway. And now it's all over the floor. But because of whatever I did in the back of the tank, like the water is not stopping. So like I start to, like I take all of the towels and I start to wipe it up. And the water's still coming. So what I do is I take all the towels and shove them up under the door because I don't want the water to start flowing out. And at some point, I am in there, all the towels are pushed up, and I'm standing in ankle deep poop water. that continues to rise. And at some point, the guys come and knock on the door and they're like, hey, what's going on in there? You've been in there for quite a long time. And I'm like, I don't know. So I say, okay guys, get back away from the door, back away from the door. And so I open it and all of the poop water comes flooding out into the hotel room. And they're like, and one of the guys goes, dude, what the hell are you doing? All you needed to do was turn the little knob at the bottom of the tank. And I was like, oh, you can turn off the water to your toilet? And he goes, yeah, dude, you just do this. And he did it, and the water stopped. And we called down to the desk, and we got somebody to come up and clean it up, but as it was the inauguration, all of the rooms were full. So not only did I have to spend the rest of my week with these guys, who I didn't want to poop around to begin with, but instead we got a poop-filled room. And that's it, that's my story.